Hi and welcome to Mountains for Everybody YouTube channel and site. Today I have a new text about Alta Via Routes in the Dolomites. I published a post in my site motivated by questions that I have seen people asking on some Facebook groups, and I can tell you there are many Facebook groups about the Dolomites. So I have seen people saying, hey, I have done Alta Via 1, what else I can do in the same area? And I realized that it would be good to have such a text where essential data for all Alta Via tours are presented. From what I know, there are 10 Alta Via routes. I think this is all. Of course, if you go to the Dolomites and use your own imagination, you can have an infinite number of routes that you create yourself. But somehow these 10 are now uh, publicly known. I have no idea who created the initial list of these 10, but in any case, this is what you can find on the internet. So in this text, I provide some essential basic idea information about all of them, like start, end point, then typical time needed, uh, length of the route, bivouacs, huts on the route, then total altitude gain on ascent, total altitude on descent, and so on, maximum elevation that you get, and so on. I also give, wherever possible, links to some hard copy maps that are available for such routes. These are tobacco maps, well known, and you can buy them everywhere on every mountain pass in the Dolomites. And for each of them, I also give such interactive maps. So if you have a link to my site, you can always zoom in and see all the details about the route and then access roads to start and end points. Now, before I continue, just to point out that some of these routes have variants. If you zoom in into the maps, you will realize that they may split some places, and you can have variations that include as well variation of the maximum altitude, about the number of huts, and so on. So this is why when I say that, for example, on the Alta Via 1, you have 22 huts. I say around 22 huts. Actually, I myself counted them. I have another map where this route is presented, you see, and then when I zoom in, I can go along the route and identify huts that are there. But again, as I said, sometimes these routes split, there are variants, or there are some huts that are not directly on the route, but maybe kilometer or two away, but you can use them, and so on. The same holds for bivouacs. In most cases, there are no many bivouacs on the route, but there are bivouacs around, so you can make a detour and visit some beautiful bivouacs that are around. And there are actually some examples of that type here, where you see that from certain route you have, I mean, at some point you have a 4-point where you go to a bivouac and then go back to the route. So here is, for example, Alta Via 1 with my photo on Grand Fanes. This is a beautiful area where I have been many times. And then zoomable interactive map for the route. Then Alta Via 2, you see, this is again my picture from Peace Boy group. This is Refugio Pisboy, which is actually on two Alta Via routes, and I missed to point out that indeed sometimes some of these routes cross each other, or you have the same sections on them. For example, Alta Via 4 and Alta Via 9 actually come to each other on in the area of Trecime di Lavaredo, and this is my picture from the area. Now this is, as I said, Alta Via 2, then you see the map, then Alta Via 3, which is again the route that actually has a part where it touches Alta Via 4, and this is Lago Serapis Lake, where I have been myself. This is my photo, of course, and both routes actually go there. So you see, again, for this route you have all basic information, and that for some of them I give actually links to very useful detailed report about the routes. So again, this is the map for this particular route. Then Alta Via 4 with again some basic details. You see 92 kilometers and some huts around 9 and so on. The map, interactive map. Sometimes I give videos. When I find some good videos, I give them here. This particular I included because it is actually about Alta Via 4 and Alta Via 5. So these people did both and then created this video, which is quite long, I think half an hour or so. Then Alta Via 5, again similar basic data, maps, I mean hard copy maps, and also zoomable interactive map. Alta Via 6, not all Alta Via routes are well known, and this is why it is maybe important to have a collection of all of them at one place, and then plan your trips. When you finish one, maybe you might want to do another one. As I mentioned, they cross each other sometimes, or you have common sections. So actually you can switch from one route to another if this is interesting to you. Alta Via 7, which is I think the shortest, only 36 kilometers, and it has again an interesting loop through some interesting area on the south side of the Dolomites. Alta Via 8 and Alta Via 9, which goes from west to east or from east to west. Of course, you can walk these routes any direction. I give here start and end for each of them based on what people mostly do, and you will realize that in most cases people start from the north and then go to the south. In this case, for Alta Via 9, people, from what I have seen, start from the west to the east. This is particularly interesting route because it goes over incredibly attractive places. This my picture is from Trecime, and you see Alta Via 4 and Alta Via 9. But this is not the only beautiful place where this route goes. There is more. And again, you see this is the interactive map, and then when you zoom, you will realize what I'm saying. You see where it goes. This is Pisboy group. So there are several huts here on the high elevation, which is close to 3,000 meters, and you can visit them all, and then continue your trip. You see, it goes close to Trecime and then to this end. And finally, Alta Via 9, which is, I would say, on the west side of the Dolomites, 200 kilometers, very long. And the map is here. And at the end, I give a few, I point out a few things that you should have with you: boots, what kind of backpacks, port, and so on, with appropriate links. I also have separate texts about Dolomites. Actually, I have many of them here in the site. So in one of them, I discuss something that people frequently complain about, and this is crowd on Alta Via Routes. And I argue in the text, which you can follow from here, that actually there are no crowds. This is just a myth. I mean, if you follow the link and read my text, you will realize why I'm saying this. And then also about options of going with a tent. I have a separate text where I discuss this issue. I have seen people going with tent. Actually, I have seen some nice reports by somebody. If I remember correctly, it was Alta Via 3. The person was going all the way with the tent, and he was eating in the huts. But strictly speaking, this is not allowed, so it's up to you. I'm not here to promote this idea. I have seen people sleeping in the Dolomites in the tents at many places. I must admit, I myself did the same. But strictly speaking, this is not allowed. So thank you for watching. Please follow the link below this video. You can come here and read this text in detail. There are many links from this text to some detailed reports and to some places where you can order maps and so on. So please subscribe to my channel, give me a like if you find this useful. Till next time.